She's a fashion enthusiast, an entrepreneur, an engineer, politician who just stepped into the ring to contest for the House of Reps in Ogun State. Please welcome Honorable Damilola Otubanjo, Creative Director at Milola Group. If you want to clap, clap. If you want to scream, scream. Scream like a dog, enter this place. This guy is a man of many parts. He's a printer, he's a banker, he's a lawyer, he's an accountant, he's an IT enthusiast. He's the head honcho at IDCL. When a lot of us started out in comedy, his company, DigiPrint, used to do all the printing for our shows free of charge. We call him KJV, ladies and gentlemen, Kingsley James. IDCL, not your Google seller, the ones that do printing. But KJV only, Niesha, only you. Printer, banker, lawyer, accountant, IT specialist. Okay, and I'd like to invite celebrity fashion designer, creative, beautiful, charming Miriam Elijah to also please join us. Don't stop clapping, don't stop clapping, don't stop clapping. Miriam, thank you. God bless you. Come up, come up. Don't be shy, don't be bashful. God bless you. And to help moderate this session, please welcome God Chaser, youth development advocate, author, business strategy advisor, tech and marketing specialist, brand communications expert, Lanre Basamte. I hope I got that name correct. A round of applause for Mr. Lanre Basamta. I like that name. And my name is Benga Denka the First. I'm signing out. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Hello? All right. Good evening. I can imagine that you would rather be out of this place, right? Okay, that's nice. Thank you. So what we're going to do in maybe 3-5 minutes is just to talk briefly about the place of social media and the political ecosystem. I'm very concerned about your time because, I mean, myself, we're a bit constrained behind time. So make a no lie, we really won't come off for the stage. But what we're going to do is, I'm just going to ask each one of them a single question each. Yeah, just one question, and then we'll be out. Before I do that, I'd like to provide some background. This election is the most consequential of our lives. It's interesting because each election cycle takes about 8 years. And so between now and 2030 something, we're going to be in another cycle. I'm very concerned about how social media is going to impact not just politics but our lives. It's interesting because today, social media already drives businesses for very many of us. Social media drives interaction. I mean, it drives relationship. I met my wife on social media, for example. But beyond relationships, businesses, it would be nice to know what our panelists think about what the place of social media is. Right now, social media is driving PVC collections. But very soon, INEC is going to shut down PVC collection. What more can social media do with respect to citizenship enlightenment, mobilization, advocacy, and the likes? What do you think, please, ma'am?
What I think.
What do you think? I mean, what's the place of social media in our political ecosystem?
Thank you so much. Very evidently, social media has come to stay and is part of our consciousness. We run a parallel world with our current life and social media. So there's actually no limit to what social media can do. What matters is how well we're able to maximize social media during this political year. So for me, I was talking through an interview and I said, the effect of social media is going to significantly affect the outcome of next year's election, and quite evidently so. But how far it would go determines how well we're able to walk the talk. There's a lot of agitation, a lot of conversation, a lot of obedient people on social media. But how many people would actually take the trouble to secure the PVC and not just have the PVC, but actually go ahead and vote? That's a different conversation entirely. But evidently, this election, this next election, is going to set the tone and the pace from how we used to do politicking from time past. And from the look of things, with a lot of people coming out into the political space, I took a risk and I joined the political setting. And I had my own experience, which would stay with me and which makes the difference between just canvassing and just posting or commenting, but actually taking the bold step to step into the political space and claiming a seat. We need to do more than just using social media as an amplifying platform, but actually using it to sustain our energy to ensure that whatever it is we anticipate or agitate is actually attained. So for me, there's no limit to what social media can do for us.
God bless you. That's brilliant. Please, a round of applause for her, right? So to our keynote speaker, just another question. Like I said, one question per person, and then we'll be out. For the first time in Nigeria's history, we have over 90 million registered voters, right? For the first time ever. We know usually that we typically have anything between 30 to 40% of registered voters come out on election days. Very many young people like myself who are going to be on Netflix, who are going to be on social media on that day, they're not really going to come out. So how can we use social media to not just get people to get their PVCs, but to be mobilized enough to come out on election day and cast their votes? I mean, what do you think?
I think majority of the work has been done because the awareness is there already. You can see the critical mass of youth coming out to register. But like I said, and like you corroborated, it's a matter of collecting their PVCs and not only getting the PVC. Some may even have the PVC, but they won't show up on the election day. So how do we get them to vote? Now, I think what will get them to vote is if you begin to look at the antecedent, not the antecedent now, the results of the NSAS, you bring back the NSAS situation, you see how those things work, how deliberate, a lot of deliberacy was into it, a lot of followership, a lot of people were like, look, we need to do this and we need to get it right. If they can have that same passion, the same passion that the youth came out to say, look, no, enough is enough for police rascality and what have you. If they have that same passion and seriousness, trust me, you do not have to go and wake them up in their homes. I'm sure they will get up by themselves. It's only if they are just doing this on the surface and the passion is not there. But if we got the same passion that we had during the NSAS, where somebody wakes up early in the morning and go to the toll gate and sit down all day, I mean, come on. Do you have to tell the person to come out and vote on that day? No, he will automatically get up and come and vote. And they will stay there and make sure the votes are counted.
That's true.
So that's it.
Thank you so very much. A round of applause for him, please. I'll go to Mr. Adetokunbo. And my question is this. I mean, these next elections, my opinion is bereft of ideas. And this is why I say so. I mean, yes, we know for those who are big proponents of Peter Obi, you hear a whole lot of, from consumption to production. And the two other leading candidates, or the three other leading candidates, I mean, the different camps, there's a whole lot of slogans without a lot of meat to the matter. My question is, how can we use social media? I mean, the tools, quite a lot of them, tons of them, right? How can we use social media to force the conversations that matter? I mean, there's something I said just last week, that the next government is going to be the worst in the history of Nigeria. And not because it's bad, but because the next government have to take the hardest decision of all. Removing subsidies, reviewing our security infrastructure is going to be hard. So how can we use social media to force the conversations about how our nation can change? What are your thoughts? I was hoping you guys would keep quiet a bit. Thank you so very much. Thank you.
Okay, first, I'm not Adetokunbo.
Oh, sorry, I'm mixing up.
No, it's
Apologies.
fine. I'm very happy to be associated with the great PR consultant.
Thank you.
My name is Kingsley James, but most people know me as KJV.
Okay.
See, this 2023 is going to be a bit different. I know the question you asked me, but let me digress slightly in answering the question. The first thing is,
we're racing against time.
yeah, the first thing is, it will be a mistake for any candidate to think social media is not important now. Any candidate that thinks such is going to lose and lose gallantly. Not just at the federal level, because we seem to be concentrating on the presidential candidates. But there are 36 governors, please. There are also over 180-something people running for the National Assembly. There are over 4,000 people running for the State House Assembly. Actually, these other people are the ones that impact more to what we do.
Yeah, more than the president.
And I don't know how to say it best because of time, but quite frankly, we should be more interested in how many governors we vote into office, how many State of Assembly members complement them. But since your question is to say, hey, how does social media impact on the messaging?
Yeah.
The truth is, INEC has released the results of June, and they said that we have about 15 million new voters, right? In Lagos alone, there are about 700-something thousand new voters who have collected their PVCs. And INEC is saying that these people are driven by social media impact. The first error is for anybody to think that this is an obedience movement. And I'm saying this without, and people would like to hear this, but I'm saying it is not just obedience that drove.
Newcomers.
No, it's not. Two, we need to be very clear that the problem we've had in Nigeria is nothing else than voter apathy that you have mentioned. We have had a maximum of 23% of people coming out for elections. Okay. So if we can drive that to 46 or 50, we may actually get a different president or a different governor. But what is the messaging part? It is difficult to encapsulate a message to the people that are angry, hungry, and of course, that can face the failure that we have today. So the candidates have a work with the strategic team to ensure that they can condense their message to an understandable format that these people can understand.
Please, a round of applause for him. My last question is the one that I hope you guys will take home. And this is why I say so. NSAS October 2020 was a monumental success as much as a monumental failure. And I don't know if you guys know. But NSAS was the first time maybe in my lifetime that social media mobilized a new generation of Nigerians to act. In the same vein, perhaps social media was what deprived them of forming strategy to sustain the success. So my question to you, sir, is what more would we need? I mean, this election is coming, whether we're ready or not, whether the youths participate or not, whether the candidates are genuine or not, whether their messages are real or not. So my question is, beside all of the noise, the hashtags, sessions we have on Twitter. What more do we need to add to social media? To have an elections we all can trust, to have a candidate that is ready to face the insurmountable, seemingly insurmountable task of nation building. What do you say?
Well, I think that, like he had said, that there are other media aside from the social media. But the social media currently is the one driving the process. And what it has achieved in doing, is in creating much more awareness. However, if that is not sustained, of course, what you are going to have at the end of the day is an anticlimax. And of course, the traditional voters that have always driven the process, will take over that process. But like he said also, that I think that it is necessary to put these things in context. Now we have about 87 or so registered voters.
Yeah, almost 90 million.
Almost 90 million. The people that we have on the social media is about 34 million people, which is still less than 50% of, of the registered voters. Okay? So even if all of those on the social media are voting, and we know that is not likely to happen. Okay? They are still less than, the number of, 50% of the registered voters, who we know most of the time are the ones that actually come out to vote. So what is needed to be done is that this momentum, needs, to be sustained. And if it is sustained, then we have a situation where we are going to have much more participation in the electoral process. Yeah. Well, like I said, the situation you have now, it would be mistaken to think that, well, okay, the obedient people are much more active. Yeah. By the time we begin the electioneering proper, the other major political parties, particularly the People's Democratic Party and the APC, will contest that space.
Yeah, that's true.
And let's not kid ourselves. They have much more resources. They are more experienced, they are more practiced in the use of even the social media. A lot of the people on the social media today are also their own supporters. Many of them are their own supporters.
That's true.
And they will be mobilized, to contest that space. But even when they do that, I think that the end result will be that there will be much more participation in this next.
And Nigeria benefits overall.
Yeah, precisely. Because the problem we have had is that many of us have been laid back. Now there are more people, thanks to social media also, because of the awareness they have created, who are now more interested in what is happening in the country. And I think that is a plus.
Sure. Please, a round of applause for him, please. I mean, there are many things to talk about, but we have so little time. I would just like to end by saying that, in spite of all that you've heard, and in spite of the fact that we're running against time, there's no place we call home but Nigeria. Our hope is that we'll have not just a quiet and peaceful elections, but a successful one, and then we'll get a candidate that moves our nations forward. All right? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you to our wonderful panel. God bless you all. Cheers. Thank you so very much. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for the panelists. And please, your group picture. All right, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an artist in the house that will be thrilling you as we begin to round up this evening. Let's make welcome Humble Smith.
I need to sit down. Jiggy jiggy, jiggy jiggy, jiggy jiggy, jiggy jiggy, jiggy jiggy, jiggy jiggy. Domino's, big pizza, wine for me, fresh diva. Happiness is a good fever. Baby, my love, I know go use you play, oh. Anything where you want to, baby, I dey on board. My baby, now you dey make me shiver. My baby, on top your body I focus. My baby, now your love dey sweet me fast. My baby, oh, give me lambana, you pack a full body. The way you rotate to, body no be firewood. My show done dey jump up, I done dey make money. Sokoto, you like my Ankara, you go sit for your body. Oh. Listen now, baby, confront. Come make I carry you, come on. Come make I buy you comfort. Come make I show you some love. Oh. Baby, Ekwechi, Kokosa, dance for me, Africa. Oh baby, Jessica, shake body, oh. Sugar lips, best kisser, Domino's, take pizza, wine for me, fresh diva. Happiness is a good fever. Everybody now, baby, my love, oh. I know go use you play, oh. Anything where you want to, baby, I dey on board, oh. My baby, now you dey make me shiver. Everybody now, my baby, on top your body, yeah, my baby, now your love dey sweet me fast, yeah. My baby, be. If you're feeling good tonight, make some noise. Social media hangout. Are we ready tonight? Are we ready tonight? Then be say we no go make 'em, but Oluwa prove them wrong. Extra large to them now. Lele. Now what your papa do the jazz? Say the papa do well for me. Now my life is done better. Now because I suffer past. Now because I pray and fast. No be your show, no be jazz. I'm watching lele. Osinachi, mama. Osinachi, I'm watching lele. Osinachi, oh mama. Osinachi, I'm watching. Akaraka Osinachi. I'm still in the mood to dance tonight. If you're ready to dance, come on, come to the front, come to the front, nah, to the front, come to the front, to the front, come to the front. Where my ladies are? Go dance, go touch. I go shack, I no go die, I go shine, I go bolongo, I go jack. So we go dance, go touch, we go shack, we no go die, we go shine, we go bolongo, we go jack. Necha tapa, I can wekwa, I can wekwa, I can pipa, wachanaka, ordinaka, ordino kweko Mona Lisa. Nebi ko balo me, ko balo me, nebi ko balo me. Nebi ko balo me, 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 nebi ko tieno mi feno, babe, ko tieno mi feno, babe, nebi ko balo me, nebi ko balo me, nebi ko balo me. Chihuahua tilawa wole, otena to benabole, otena to benabole. I see you. Go dance, go jazz, go joke, go do, go shine. I no go die, I go shine, I go long, go jam. Nejatakwa, I can wait, I can wait, I can break, watchinaka, ordino break, Mona Lisa. Nebi ko balo me, nebi ko balo me, yebe, sebe, nebi ko balo me, nebi ko balo me, rabe, nebi ko balo me, 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 nebi ko tieno mi, nebi ko tieno mi, nebi ko what else nebi ko piano mi, nebi ko piano mi feno. Demo tenabole, otena to benabole, adana to benabole, obina lo benabole. Chihuahua bole, Chihuahua tilawa bole, otena to benabole, obina lo benabole. I must greet you all specially. Not too much. God bless every one of you. I go by the name Humble Smith, aka Showboy. My face show, my shoe shine. I see you. I love you. Stay blessed.
Piano mi fenu, piano mi fenu, piano mi fenu.
If you love me, make some noise.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Please, dinner is served outside. So please go serve yourself dinner, come back inside, and we'll still have some artists in the house. Then we'll round up for the evening. So while we go serve ourselves dinner and come back into the hall, let's make welcome Shegun Brown Steven for his performance.
green up. I'm reminded that the skies ain't blue enough for all of us. So if I make up today, sure I'll come back to pay. Put it down all the way. Not on TV, oh, life's not easy. But I'm not city, suffering plenty, and it's not on TV. As I walk, there's a war inside my heart and it's getting rough. My emotions off the roof, I don't see enough. Swear I'll do the best I can, I'ma show you love till I can't afford more. So if I make up today, sure I'll come back to pay my respects to the ones that hold it down all the way. 'Cause life's not easy for town or city, suffering plenty, and it's not on TV. Oh, life's not easy for town or city, suffering plenty, and it's not on TV. So if I make up today, sure I'll come back to pay my respects to the ones that hold it down all the way. 'Cause life's not easy for town or city, suffering plenty, and it's not on TV. Okay, so at this time I need your help. I want us to make music together. Are you ready? Okay, so the middle, from here to the middle of the row, let's just go. Clap, 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 clap. From the back we go. Eh, 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 eh. Okay, see. If I make up today, sure I'll come back to pay my respects to the ones holding it down all the way. If I make up today, sure I'll come back to pay my respects to the ones holding it down all the way. If I make up today, sure I'll come back to pay my respects to the ones holding it down all the way. Hey, yeah, yeah, hey, holding it down all the way. Oh, holding it down all the way. Holding it down all the way. Thank you. See you at the O2.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Steven. Yes, so life is not easy, either for town or for city. All right, guys, can you please hold on? Thank you. Our final performance for the night is J1. So while you're eating, I hope your hands will not be too busy. Somebody said he was in the hall. No, they didn't give me anything. What? All right, ladies and gentlemen, Please put your hands together for Shegun Brown. If your hands are not too busy.
All right. John. All right, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Shegun Crown. I'm just here to sing a song to just make you feel relaxed. You know, time is gone already, so let's just go.
Always I'm trying to think. Now we come together to fix up a beat. Cause if ever we were down, you just have to take it easy with me, darling. Yeah. Every day that you call my name, everything you do sometimes it make me go crazy. You don't know who you are to me, darling. You are the only one I ever need. For real, oh yeah, baby, that won't forever, forever. Alright, that won't forever, your woman should take a forever. The real, you live forever. Baby, that won't forever. Make me say that forever. Your woman should take a forever. The real, you live forever. Baby, patience is all we need, oh my darling. When you're in love, follow me. You are the only one I see. So no matter what you do to me, I won't let you down. I know exactly I won't give up. Please don't break me down. Baby, it's you. Anything for you. Oh yeah, wait. You are that one shot it forever. But I can see I want teremo. Your woman she take a forever. Torí mo mọ̀ pé o nílé forever. Baby, diamond that come forever. Alright, me see I got teremo. Your woman she take a forever. Torí o nílé Baby, alright, we see you got teremo. You're like a man, she take a forever. For that teremo.
All right, thank you for that. The other song I want to sing talk about the love for the country, the love for Nigeria. So, as you listen to this,
Just before you sing, can we get the ushers please come and pick the cake and cut it for us to eat? So I've been walking around looking for them. So the ushers please, we need you in front. Please help us pick the cake and cut so everybody can get a piece before they leave.
all right. So, the title of this song is We Are One. As you listen, may you be blessed. We are in leaning each other. We are in leaning each other. Without you, I don't think I can survive.
So we are one, let's come together. We are called to make this better. We are one in this life. Do you know we can make this right? As we call to come together, let's do this to make this greater. No before bullying a serious matter. Talking about the social media. We are one. We are one. We are one. Spreading love. Spreading love. We are one Nigeria. We are one Nigeria. We are one in Africa. 'Cause we are one. We are one. Yeah, yeah. If we can love each other, then nothing else matters. 'Cause we are one. We are one. So we are one, let us come together. We are called to make this better. We are one in this life. Do you know we can make this right? As we call to come together, let's do this, make this greater. No before bullying a serious matter. Talking about the social media. We are one. Thank you for
All right, thank you. Thank you very much, Steve. Okay, so we come to the end of this event, and I'm just here to say a vote of thanks to all the panelists, the sponsors, the speakers. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for coming. And the Social Media Hangout 3.0 was worth it. We look forward to seeing you guys at the Bodex Social Media Hangout 4.0. By then, we'll be done with the elections. Enjoy yourself. Have a great day. DJ, take us out.
Now me with the clean in the house. Now me with the wash in the car. Now me with the cook in the
Hello, Ogawale, are you ready? Wale Thompson, are you ready to take us out? Okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please let's make welcome Wale Thompson.
BodexTv.